Akwaba, Miawezo, welcome to another episode here on my channel. My name is Efo Selassie. We are here with Mr. Francis Aforve. He's not new to the channel. He's a greenhouse expert. So today we are here to install or put some snails in the greenhouse that he has built here. Mr. Francis is going to take us through the process, what he's doing right now. Thank you for having us.
You're welcome.
Yes. So tell us what is happening now.
All right, thank you very much. I would like to first of all take the opportunity to say hi to your cherished listeners and viewers. Actually, you are doing a wonderful job. Thank you. Kudos. So if you could recall, I think a couple of months ago, we shot a video to show how the greenhouse is. And this incredible greenhouse is a fully automated greenhouse that you can control wherever you are in the world. And it is 50 by 100 meters greenhouse. So after the crops are fully grown, we are going to introduce the point of lay, we call them points of lay, into the greenhouse. And you know, sustainability is our hallmark, so therefore whatever we do, we make sure that it is more sustainable. So if you could see, these snails are brought from the wild.
Okay.
There are so many reasons why we take the snails from the wild. Yeah, this is because of adaptability. The ability of them to be acclimatized or adjust to the greenhouse is very important because it enhances their productivity and a whole lot of things. So because some of them are dirty, we need to clean it very well before we send them inside.
Okay. So you are just washing them with plain water, no chemicals or anything involved?
No chemical, because snails don't like chemical.
Okay.
So this water, we even have to put it outside, for 24 hours. That is, it was put there late in the afternoon, so this morning.
Okay.
Yes.
So is there a reason for that?
Oh, the reason is that in case there's any chlorine content in the water,
okay,
it will all be washed away.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, when it reacts to the atmospheric pressure, the chlorine content will reduce.
Everything that is happening now, we are going to make sure we show them to you. We show it to you so that you know exactly how snails are installed. But if you need something like this, if you need a greenhouse, the snails and everything, you can contact Mr. Francis Aforve. His numbers are on the screen below. Thank you. And also make sure you stick around and watch the video till the end. This is an interesting one. I'm sure and I believe you are enjoying, and you are going to enjoy this video till the end. So make sure you stick around. And I'm going to leave a link to the first video that we did concerning this same greenhouse in the comment section or the description, so that you can click and then watch exactly how this greenhouse was built.
66. $68. 70.
All right, so what is happening now? If you can tell us how you are putting them in, is there a reason you are putting them?
Okay.
And the zones, how are you going to place them in the zones?
Okay, so this place is well demarcated according to zones. So we have zone A to F. So we are starting with zone A. The snails are animals that we take them from the wild and bring them in-house. So we need to create an environment or an ecosystem that is exactly as it is in the wild.
Okay.
The irrigation system, everything needs to be like as it is in the wild. So you could see that here is fully grown, and it's synonymous to what it is in the wild. So we are sharing them based on the zones. So this one is 350 pieces.
Okay.
We are going to distribute 3,500 to this place, the whole of this place. Actually, the capacity of this place is 10,000.
Okay.
But because snails, they produce more and fast, we've reduced it to 3,500.
Okay.
This whole place is taking 3,500.
Wow.
So whenever you are putting or you are sharing them, you don't have to let them hit the ground, because the shells are not much stronger, else they'll be broken. Yeah.
So is there a reason you are putting them together like that?
they'll move themselves.
They'll move themselves.
Yes,
Okay.
but because of time, if you want to put them one by one, it's going to take the whole day.
Yeah.
So this is hideout.
The hideout, yes.
Yes. So in case they want to confine themselves in another secret place, you could say it's like a ghetto for them to go and hide.
Wow.
Yeah. So we call this a hideout, and it is waterproof because when the water fall on it, nothing will happen because it's covered with rubber.
Yeah. And you can see how green this place looks. The last time we came here, it was they were very young, but they are grown and matured.
This is a hygrometer. So it tells us the relative humidity in the greenhouse. One advantage about the greenhouse is that the whole environment is you take control over it. For instance, the irrigation system that we use here is fully automated and it depends on solar power. The reason is that because of the climate change, we are also finding a way to contribute to how we can mitigate or adapt to climate change. So you can see globally, we are all helping to transition to renewable energy. Yes, so we want to do away with emission. So instead of using generator to power the irrigation systems, we are using solar. This is because we don't want to emit or pollute the environment and as a result contribute to greenhouse gases. So this hygrometer gives a relative humidity. It tells us also the temperature in the greenhouse, and then lastly it also gives us the time.
Can you tell us some of the benefits of having the snails in a greenhouse, just for someone who will be interested to go into this?
Okay,
Yes.
that's an incredible question. So the reason why rearing snail in a greenhouse is the best is because God, by his own intelligence, created an environment for the snails to freely move. We call it extensive system.
Okay.
The intensive system is when you create a pen for the snails. So let's take for example, any of us, you put us in a cage, you bring us food and water, everything, but you say don't go out of the room. Even if the house is very big, within 3 days, you feel bored.
Yes.
You will not be happy.
Yeah.
The same thing applies to the snails. The reason why the greenhouse is very good is that the environment or the ecosystem is the same as that of the one that is in the wild.
Okay.
So they get access to whatever they want and they freely move themselves. Yes, that is why the extensive system or the greenhouse system is very good.
Okay.
And then also in terms of the reproduction, they are able to reproduce more. This is because they find it difficult to decipher or differentiate between their natural environment and then the greenhouse.
Okay.
Because we do the greenhouse in such a way that it is the same as their habitat or their natural environment. For instance, the irrigation system. The irrigation system we are using here is fogger. So it comes in the form of what? Fog.
Okay.
You understand? So the particles are very, very, very small. And this is exactly what the snails they need. Yes.
Yeah.
So it enables them to produce more. And we have different types of vegetations also here. You see this sweet potato.
Yeah.
That is one of their favorite food. So they feed on it as long as they can and then as much as they can.
Okay.
We also have the cocoyam here. They also depend on it. We also have papaya or pawpaw here to also provide shade. So everything that we do here is well calculated. There's also plantain here. And then also, in terms of the climatic condition, we all know what is called climate change.
Okay.
The climate change is actually the change in the average weather condition. So this is because of the climate change, everything is affected.
Okay.
So the greenhouse system provide a conducive environment that can enable them to what? Adapt to the impact of the climate change, unlike the pen.
Are they able to climb and feed on some of this?
Oh, of course, to climb even to the bottom of the net.
Okay.
That is why it is an extensive system, and that is why they are able to move freely.
Okay.
Yes.
I know you've done this for a long time, and of course the benefits are there. But in your own experience, have you noticed any downsides to the greenhouse?
Oh, as far as my experience over the past years
Yes.
is concerned,
Yeah.
I think the downside of the greenhouse is a situation where torrential rainfall or storm put
Okay.
all the structure away. That is why we incorporate sustainability in our projects.
Okay.
If you could go around, you could see that we have about 54 anchors that is holding this greenhouse.
Okay.
We've also planted plantain around it to provide shade and also serve as a windbreak. We've also planted mango.
Mango. Okay.
This mango will also grow and at the same time provide shade, and also we call something carbon dioxide sequestration.
Yeah.
It is able to absorb carbon dioxide or what is called greenhouse gases from the atmosphere. So you could see that we are also contributing to climate change mitigation.
Okay. If you are giving an advice to someone who owns a greenhouse in terms of maintenance, what should the person do to be able to maintain the greenhouse to last long for him or her?
Okay, thank you. I keep on saying that the Bible says, wherever your treasure is, that is where your heart is.
Yeah.
Looking at this animal structure, for instance, I don't believe that somebody will sit down and watch it for the structure, to go bad. You understand? So the maintenance, first of all, has to be in twofold.
Okay.
The maintenance of the structure and then the maintenance of the snails for them to produce more.
Okay.
Okay. You could see that this whole place is the vegetation here is fully grown.
Yeah.
Yes, it's one of the ways to make the greenhouse very sustainable.
Okay.
Because these snails, they really eat.
Okay.
When you see them eating, you may think that they don't actually consume anything. But within a twinkle of an eye, you could testify that they are actually consuming.
Yeah.
So we don't want the vegetation to be depleted very fast. So therefore, we need to allow it to fully grow before.
Yeah.
Yes. And then number two, the sprinkler that you are going to use, you should do calculation in such a way that the water will not be going to different places.
Okay.
So the water needs to be well managed. So each sprinkler is occupying a radius of 4 meters.
Okay.
This sprinkler can rotate within a radius of 4 meters. The same thing.
Okay.
So we are ensuring water management. Yes. Water is difficult to come by these days because of the impact of climate change. Yes. And then two, the metal that we are using, you could see it's a galvanized metal. Even at a place where there's a welding, we need to paint it.
Okay.
They are all sustainability methods.
Okay.
And then also, when you look at this place, for instance, the bracing which is done here, it is covered with rubber. This is because insects and other predators or rodents can find their way between the net and that of the block. So this will prevent them from moving.
Nice.
And then also this pillar is covered with rubber. This is to prevent the movement of heat from the sun through the metal to the soil to make it hot.
Wow.
So the rubber, we all know that is insulator. It prevents the movement of heat. So there are thousands of mechanisms that we put in place to ensure sustainability, which because of time, I would have taken you through all of them. But we need to quickly distribute the snails because of the temperature, after which we initiate the irrigation system.
Okay, so tell us about that. After putting in the snails, you need to initiate the irrigation system. What does that do for the snails?
Okay, apparently we are supposed to initiate the irrigation system for about 5 minutes before distributing the snails. But luckily enough, it rained yesterday. So because of that, the place is already wet. Yes. So after we put them here, we on the irrigation system to tickle them to come out. So as soon as we on the irrigation system, the snails will begin to come out because they are hearing what they like, and that is rainfall.
Can there ever be a case of overpopulation? Because you have about 3,500 that you are putting in here already. And as we all know, you've told us that snails, they reproduce a lot. Can there be a case of overpopulation where there will be more than the space they are in?
There wouldn't be.
And would that cause a problem if there's overpopulation?
Thank you very much for this question. As I said earlier on, this could have taken a capacity of 10,000.
10,000. Okay.
But because they produce more, we are bringing 3,500.
Okay.
And we have a plan. The plan is that within 2 years, we construct a new one.
Okay.
Yes. And when one snail can lay, this Achatina chatina can lay between 187 to 500.
So the plan, is it part of the contract, or it's an external one that's, or a different contract?
Okay, so I think in our initial video I told you that this is a project for somebody who is going on retirement very soon.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's part of the package.
Okay.
Okay. The package is that we demarcate it and make it more sustainable. The sustainability aspect of it depends on the location of the greenhouse.
Yeah.
This is because you could see that here is a bit waterlogged.
Yeah.
So we need to even first of all create a raised bed.
Yeah.
So when it rains, the rain will not, flood this place.
Yeah.
And we also have a drainage system that in case the rainfall is too much, it will go out through the drainage system.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a
So
detailed
everything that is done here is well calculated.
Okay.
And even the planting that we planted in is well calculated as well.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
That's nice. So now that you've installed, take me as a manager of this place. How would you advise me to maintain the place? Because I see that there are some fallen leaves already. Do I pick them out? What are some of the maintenance culture that I need to put in place to make sure that the snails are healthy and strong?
Good. You need to ensure that one, the snails are well fed.
Okay.
So you feed them at least 3 times a week.
Okay.
Although they have vegetations here, but then they may be fed up with time. So you need to give them supplements to tantalize their appetite to eat more. Then again, also you need to ensure that any foreign material you see here, you take it out.
Okay.
Yes. For instance, if you see a polythene, you need to take it out. It's 40% wet and 60% dry. So when you do it like this,
you spread it. This is a demonstration for only one zone.
Yeah.
You spread it. So this food is having a special scent. Even fish, can you imagine? Fish meal is even part. So it attracts them to come and feed on it. So this is a supplement, regardless the fact that they feed on the plant. You need to give them a supplement, okay? Because they cannot depend on the plant alone 24/7. So this also help them to produce more. Their eggs will be big, and then their size will also increase.
Okay.
Yes, and it also give them strength. The calcium in it, the eggshell has calcium, and then the bones from the fish also has calcium.
Yeah.
So it will make them very, very strong.
Okay.
Else, if they don't get calcium in their food, they'll begin to feed on their shells. When one is there, one will be feeding on the shell, which is called cannibalism.
Cannibalism.
So this is how. So you are going to replicate the same thing in all the zones.
Okay.
And every evening, you can
5
do
to
it.
6.
You can do maybe 4 times a week, or even every day. There's nothing wrong. Okay. Yes. Between 5 to 6. This is how you do it every day.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
So I will start from today, or when?
Yeah, you start from today. Start from today. Yes. You see the way I put the tray there.
Yeah, I see.
So
this tray I cannot come out.
You,
it will be
every
there.
morning you remove it and wash it.
Oh, okay.
If you don't remove it in the morning, I am telling you, because you are the one who is going to manage the whole place. Yes, because I will not be here with you.
Okay.
So every morning you take the tray, whatever is on it, you pour it away and you wash it, because if you leave it here, it will attract ants and other insects to come into the greenhouse.
Okay.
So the management of this greenhouse begins from today.
Okay.
And this is the most important aspect, because the yield of this greenhouse depends on how well it is being managed.
So as I said, bury it so you dig the soil small to be flat like the other one.
Okay.
Then you put this one here.
Okay, so this is a demonstration. The reason why you don't feed them, these snails, is that they are nocturnal creatures, meaning they are very active during the night.
during the day they are not much active. So if you put the feed here in the morning, you could see that they will not be able to feed on them or utilize it fully, and it will attract, ants and other insects to come into the greenhouse.